Hey everyone, it's Ryan Alzer. Sorry, I don't know why, but literally like the second I started the webinar, it started like going in and out like I had bad server problems. So let me know if you guys can hear me, see the screen, um, and I'll just kind of get set up here real quick. Hopefully you can. All right, anybody there? Can you guys see my screen and hear me? Hey Devin, how's it going, bud? Hey, I see a bunch of you on here, but nobody's really answering other than Devin. Let me just see who's on here. All right. Okay. Yeah, names are still coming in. It's a little slow getting in, so just one sec. Hey Tim, how you doing, bud? Okay. We'll try to keep today's short. Um, anyways, guys, I don't know what kind of questions do you got? So we're obviously doing good as far as in the market. We've now, kind of taken off a little bit here, broke through, got up to 93. Our next level here, guys, is like 10.8. Actually, you know what? Let me pull up a trading view real quick. Um, yeah, we'll open this up and then I'll bring it over. If not, for some reason, I can never seem to get my settings to come in here, so let's do it this way. All right. Now let's go to Bitcoin here real quick. What am I on? Oh, Ethereum. So as you can see, Ethereum's doing well. We go to all right. So we need to get up here into this zone here. Let me just move this up here. We're now in this zone, possibly go sideways a bit. All the time frames are looking bullish, like we should continue on. And then we want to get into here and we want to test into this zone here. Okay. And then once we break through that, we're basically looking to break through this downtrend. And then we're pretty well safe to go after that. Once we break through this, we've completely broke the downtrend. So what I'm expecting to happen here is when we get up into this zone, even when we pass it, we come back down, tag it, and hopefully, hit support there and then break through. And once we get through here, guys, that's when we're looking to take off to new all-time highs. And like I say, everything's looking there. The futures market are now, there's more trades going long, where it's been short basically ever since they got in the game. So things are looking good. And so all the other coins basically are doing the same thing. So what am I on here? I'm on the 3 hour. Let me just go on a 15-minute real quick here. So as you can see, dude, come on. We broke through, we've come back down and we're testing it and we're staying above it. And, so hopefully now we'll kind of break out again over the next few days, get upwards to 10.7, 10.8 right in there. And hopefully with enough force up there that we'll start getting belief back in the retail market, and the retail market will help push us through there. And then it's, guys, you got to understand where we're at right now. Like, we have so many more people in the game, and then even the ones that aren't, they're now aware of the game. Where back before, when we were in this range, when we were at 9 grand, we didn't have nearly the number of people in this game. Like, and if I had to guess, I would say like less than 50% of who we have now were in the game and aware of the game. And I mean, and then of course, when you're talking as far as the numbers and the big industries and stuff that are now sitting there and buying in right now. I mean, that's the reason we've just jumped from 8 to 9 grand, is the big institutions. They know this asset is here to stay. They know that it's not going anywhere anymore, and they're now viewing it as a long-term asset and as an asset of stability. Yes, it's still volatile, but it will get to a point to where um, it will be more stable. However, the big industries are now at least realizing that, hey, this is a good thing, and obviously they understand that $8,000 is a damn good price as to where it's headed. Because of everything that's happened, you get people that have always kind of played it's bullshit type thing. Well, now they've actually hired teams and done research, and are like, how serious is this thing? And they're all in the backgrounds, guys building really, really complex systems built on the blockchain, and it's just a matter of time before we just go parabolic again and just freaking crush what we did before, when we went up to what, 20 grand. So anyways, we're not out of the woodworks yet, so I don't want you guys to listen to me talking about that and be like, oh dude, we're all, I mean, when we get up here into 10.8 and stuff, we want to push through that. If not, if we kind of come back down and we fight it and we don't get over it and we lose momentum, when we come back down and we break 8 grand, that's when we're going to be like, okay, we're going to move out into fiat, or we're going to play into a different coin, or we're going to do something. And then, because if that happens, we'll be headed to 3 grand, but I just don't expect it to happen. So, but we'll definitely keep an eye on the charts. So anyways, we're finally, as you guys can see, our latest, all the way down from, where did we get into? Let me just get out of here into like a 1 hour real quick. Guys, we haven't seen this in a long time. And it's just beautiful. If you guys can see this, we have higher lows all the time now, which is a good sign. And I don't expect us to freaking just, plummet right out of here, even though these are really good gains. But just, people are more cautious. When we just did a freaking 20,000 down to, 6,000 drop from when it was at its all-time high, we had a long bearish run. And I mean, all the retailers got shook out and scared. I mean, you guys can admit, I'm sure a lot of you guys were scared. Like, what the hell is going on? I mean, I just hope that by you guys being in tune with us, that you've held on, because trust me, at the end of the day, you'll be so damn grateful that you did, that you hung in, that you became a part of crypto domination. If that's where you're getting the stability to stay in, or whatever other source that you're getting that from, you're going to be thankful. I mean, guys, we're in that time frame. It would be like going and buying Google stock for 5 cents. Okay, like that's where we're at right now when it comes to cryptocurrency. I mean, guys, we're only at like freaking 0.4 trillion of a market cap right now, in an industry that is going to revolutionize the world, not just the U.S., the world. And so all of that money and stuff is, so much of it is headed our way. It's just freaking amazing. So anyways, we're looking good. So we're just going to keep on this path, hopefully get up into here, and then, possibly may come down, bounce a bit, and then hopefully we force through here. When we get through here, we'll come back down, tag again, and then once we've broken that out and we've confirmed that, we're looking really good. And then we'll basically be on our rise up to a new all-time high. Ethereum and Litecoin as well. If you look at Ethereum here, actually, I did just want to look on ELF just because I made a few good trades on it today in the hybrid, and I actually set the percent up at like 30, so I'm just going to ride it out. So see, we've had our little it only had a 38% retracement. Okay. So I mean, that could come down here into the 50 and then hopefully come back up again here. So I'm sticking into it. So guys, for those of you that have the software, there's been a new update where now when you do a hybrid, you're actually able to put the percent that you must get before you sell, which is freaking amazing. Because guys, now you're able to utilize our crypto domination signals. When we have a signal come in and say, hey, we're looking for this thing to go up 300 to 500%. Instead of you just making a hybrid sale now and then the software closes you out at like 5 or 6 or 8%, You literally can set, hey, I don't want to get closed out until it's at least 180%. So if I'm calling for 2 to 300, you could put 180 there, and that way that will not trigger a sell until at least gets over 180%. So, which is absolutely huge, because guys, now it's like you don't really have to be as alert on the selling aspect of it. Okay. Like for instance, so when we were up here, I was going to sell. I was at like 7%, and I was just going to sell and then hope for the dip and just get back in it. And I didn't, and I could have. But I was like, screw it, I'm just going to let that one go. Let me just refresh real quick on the screen. So right now I'm sitting at 4%. So I could have sold up at 7, bought back in right now, and then still set the target and made, an extra bit. And guys, if there is anybody in here that does not have the software, you need to have the software. I'm not kidding you. The stuff we're going to be doing with this software, I spent the last 2 days with the CEO of the software. There's a new bot coming into the software, guys. This is private information until they release it. Don't talk about it out there. But guys, in the whole mining industry now, the mining is changing. Like I've always said, it's changing, and it's going to change rapidly. I mean, soon our refrigerators and our microwaves and all that stuff's going to be mining cryptocurrency. However, right now, before you would go take your money, you would go, if you wanted those online cloud minings, you had to go send them their money, and then you just hope that they stay in float and you get your payback. Or you can go fund places like usi-tech and hope they stay in business, to get your money back. Well, guys, those things are a thing of the past. And if you join them, I'm sorry, but you're doing yourself such harm. Now, what they have is they have mining exchanges. They have exchanges. So what's going to be happening is where this bot, this software, they're creating a bot that's hooking up with this hash exchange, so to speak, to where you guys can go in and say, buy the hash. Say the hash is $5,000 for a certain amount for a block, and you buy it. Well, while you own it, you're getting paid the money that it's mining as well, okay? But you guys can also sell it. The price for these hashes will fluctuate. So say the price for that block of hash is $6,000. Well, you bought it at 5. You've now been making money on the mining, but now boom, you want to trade it. And it's literally just like trading a coin. You selling it for $6,000. You now made the money that you're holding it, you're getting paid mining, but plus, and then you make the profit of when you sell. Well, this bot is going to do it for us. It's going to be able to do buy and sells. And so that's coming out here real soon in the bot. And so that's another way to do it. And guys, the money stays in your exchange. So again, it's not where you're paying some company to kind of do something for you. So anyways, that's coming out. That's coming out into the bot. It's free. It comes with your software. Guys, this guy is actually pretty freaking cool. I'm not going to lie. I love his accent, but no, he's not a professional trader. I mean, he's just not but he understands reality. He's got a ton of Bitcoin. He understands the trading. And so he hires the right people because he knows business. And so he set this business up right. And guys, they're doing everything in compliance. FYI, I know I was telling you guys you're allowed 3 accounts. That's going to be changing. You can only have 1 account in 1 name because they're hooking up KYC, obviously for US compliance reasons. Now, it doesn't mean you can't have 3 accounts. You could go have 100 accounts if you wanted, but you would have to have them in different names that will pass KYC. Meaning, you can have one in your personal name, then you can go put one in a corporation, get another one in a corporation, or put one under your mom, put one under your kid if they're over 18. You see what I'm saying? You just have to basically be able to pass KYC, okay? Let's see, it kicks ass. Yeah, no, the software definitely is cool. I'll have the 2,000 this Friday for the bot. And Ormius deal by next Friday, I'll have the second 2,000 for the bot. Awesome, buddy. Awesome. Is the new hybrid sell order based on percentage gained in BTC? Dude, yeah, guys, you got to get US completely out of your head. Nothing we're talking about USD in this software. It's just completely, it's listed there, but it's just telling you what that US, but just get that completely out of your head. Because guys, you got to understand, if it says $10 right now, say you did a trade and that bot just profited you $10 US in there, that's irrelevant. I mean, that $10 will be $100 here, or $120 when Bitcoin starts heading up. So um, yeah, it's just there. I don't even know. I can't remember. I mean, I think we discussed it. I can't remember what he said is even why it's there. Because one guy asked some kind of question because he wasn't understanding the concept of, hey, we're trying to inquire more Bitcoin. Um, and anyway, so it came up. I can't remember why I even said it was there. Oh, it just went up. So anyways, I'm in a trade here, but so anyways, yeah, just worry about the BTC value. Now, guys, this software doesn't make you rich on the auto side. Um, yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying it can't, but on the auto side, it's pushing percentages, and it takes really small fluctuations to where it'll trigger a sell. Um, I'm more wanting to teach everybody how to use the software in a hybrid side because that's where your money is. Like, guys, literally all of these signals that we do, everything that you've done to date, you could still do on the manual side and just ride it out, your hold coins, whatever. But like signals, guys, as you guys know, there's a lot of profits that we've left on the signal because we chase the bigger end picture. Okay. And now, don't get me wrong. We were in a downturn. We were in a bearish market, and so when that happens, in hindsight, like I said, we were still so far above the our uptrend line that there was still nothing guaranteeing us we're in a downtrend. You know what I mean? Like, it was still always that chance of keep going up. So that was really tough to read and manage as far as that aspect of. But when we start going bullish, obviously it would be a lot easier. But for instance, had we had the software, say, a month and a half ago, we would have been able to at least take out a bunch of little small profits that had come in some of these trades where instead, they fluctuated around and then they kind of went into the red. And then it's more or less we sat and weighed them out. Um, so that's the benefit of the software. The second benefit is, guys, you just don't need to worry about the sell. If you want to pick a price and then sell, and then if you want to buy back in, you buy back in. But I bet you more times than not, you're going to miss. You're going to make more by cherry picking and getting a bunch of profits off than waiting for the bigger picture, unless you're kind of just sitting to hold for a wild card. What other thing I wanted to say about it? So guys, there is a secure, safer way that you guys can offer friends and family in this software, and it's the win-win. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. It only works with BitREX right now. They're having to adjust stuff with Binance in order to add it, which they're doing. But right now it's with BitREX. So guys, you literally could go say to people, hey, you can buy this software for $500 or whatever. Well, wait, what would you need at 0.1? It'd be 800. Yeah. And then you would set up, you guys, you just go in and set up the bot for them, set them on a win-win bot with 0.175 Bitcoin. All right. And what that does is that allows an 80 transaction thing, which I won't really explain here. But basically what it does is what it makes it so safe is it sells off as the coin's going down. If it bought in wrong and the coin's going down, it sells and sells, and it just keeps selling like 80 transactions worth of your trade to sell, 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 sell. And when it starts to come and turn around, let me see if I can get this to where this was. So for instance, as this is going down, it would sell one here down a certain percentage. It sells a little bit more, sells a little bit more, and it goes all the way down. And then boom, once it comes down to here and it starts to turn around, everything that it sold back at higher prices, it then goes back and buys in more and then goes up and then gets you a nice profit out of that. So it's more conservative than say the Autobot side, and definitely way more. I mean, obviously you could do a lot better on the hybrid side, but it is very safe. It's like a set and forget, guys. You literally could go set somebody's software up for them, and literally they don't have to do a damn thing. Just tell them to go log back in when Bitcoin's 100 grand, and then they can thank your ass. I mean, supposedly, guys, there's some law. I'm just getting over the documents to where I don't know all the requirements, so don't quote me on this, but you can legally trade without a license for up to, I'm thinking 15 people and or 100 freaking million or something crazy like that. But it can't be for more than that. And of course, you cannot advertise it. You cannot do anything like that. But like for instance, you could go if a friend wants you to trade or whatever. I mean, you actually now can legally do it. I'm going to get all the documentation and give that to you guys because trust me, as shit starts going, you're going to have every Tom, Dick, and Harry wanting you to do it. And my best advice for you to be would explain to them the really, really conservative side. You guys know that getting into Bitcoin is valuable and is going to go up. The fact is, you got somebody, you say, look, you go give me $5,000 for $4,500. Yeah, with fees, just tell them $5,000. No, wait, actually, well, no, wait, actually, you'd only need like, say, $2,700, and then the next package you would want maybe 12,000. And so whatever package they gave you, you literally go buy that software. You put it underneath you, of course, so you get commission on it. And you just set up the auto trader software for them. And then make sure they put on their two-factor authentication on their Binance account or Bitrex, whatever you set them up with. And guys, not only will you make that little bit of commission for your time of setting anything up, you do also get a percentage of the matrix side, so of the profits. But also, you're doing a good deed for these people, and they don't have to know a damn thing about anything, and the software will do it. And just set it up if you really want. If you don't want to manage it, just set it up as a win-win on the bot, and just freaking literally forget about it, and then just go log in when Bitcoin's 100 grand, and you'll have a lot of friends, that's for sure. So, anyways, there's also other changes. There's other additions being added so that we're able to now even multiply the hybrid. Like as far as there's more settings being added to the hybrid, which is pretty freaking cool. Guys, I mean, I don't really want to belittle the industry and the fact of how easy it is to make money. For those of you that got in at the $16,000 to $19,000 range, you've been in. Think about what you've already weathered. I mean, that's the gist of it. And if you're here today, you made it. Like literally. I mean, that's the worst of it. And here's what's going to happen, guys, in the future. When we do corrections, it's not going to be as scary for the simple fact, and I'm not talking just from you guys that have now been through one, but like the world, even when they come in. Why? Because it's more mainstream now. The correction is more. I mean, come on, Bitcoin's died 253 times now, according to the media, where it was going to be dead. And the fact is, it's still there and it's there to stay. And now the next time we get a correction, it's going to be, oh, we're in a correction. It's literally that simple. There's not going to be as huge impacts. And don't get me wrong, we're still going to have big corrections. Like I said, I expect when we hit 100 to 120 grand, we drop down to like 40 or so, which for those that aren't educated in the space, yeah, it's going to hurt. I mean, think about it, guys. Like, there's going to be somebody out there that mortgages their house and buys 2 Bitcoin at that time. And then they're like, some bitch, my $200,000 worth of Bitcoin's now worth 70, and that's going to take some serious stepping in of whoever their mentor is, if they have anybody, or else they're just going to kind of lose their house. But for guys like you, by then we'll obviously be pulling money out. I mean, because the US dollar is going to devalue, of course, but you're going to be able to cash out for so much more of the US dollar, to ride out these corrections. And then, of course, after 2019 is where, we should expect. That's where the depletion of coins is going to come. That's where these coins that have nothing behind them, they're more a money grab. They're going to start getting weeded out in that correction, and that's when that stuff's going to start happening. So you just want to make sure that you don't have your portfolio so much into that. But excuse me, there's going to be a lot of ways to play this game, guys. But software is definitely an added tool, as most of you now on here are finding out that it's just definitely a good tool to have. And then, guys, for those of you that want to do it as a business, it is a huge business opportunity. I don't think nobody here really understands how big of an opportunity this is. Like literally, guys, I'm not kidding you when I'm telling you, I guarantee you guys could go in there, whatever city you're in, get 50 people in a room and close 30 of them. literally. Make sure nobody's recording anything so that, you can show them your back office and, show them shit. But like literally, I mean, it's a no brainer. I mean, people don't buy cryptocurrency because they don't know what the hell to do. They don't know how to buy it, and they definitely don't know how to trade it, and they're just scared of that whole thing. But if you had a little bit of a presentation put together and you show them how and whatever, and obviously if you had access to a bunch of Bitcoin that you could get them onto that day, so obviously they have Bitcoin. That's going to be your biggest thing. But if um, you'd be able to close so many people in that software. And guys, there's money to be made in the software. So the highest level in this company is by one guy over in China. He's the only one that has the highest level. Well, guess what? They just did the payouts for the rewards that you get. When you get 2% of the pot, but then if you're a higher level, you get another 2% of the pot. When you're the maximum level, you get like four times, like four 2% of the pot. So you get like 8% of the pot. Anyways, well, he got a nice little bonus of $500,000. I mean, how many of those do you guys want? So I'm just saying there is a good business opportunity, guys. And I'm telling you, this software keeps on being developed and edited and checked on, that I don't know that anybody's ever going to stop it. Like, I just don't think that you guys, like, you're going to have somebody come in and then they don't want it anymore. Like, it's just, I just don't see it happening. And so, guys, what happens in a year from now? They're going to redo they got to release it for another year. And so everything that you earn this year, all your hard work, boom, now just comes into you in full. And with the binary, guys, once you got getting enough people under you, you just start getting a lot of free money. And if you're smart about it, you will keep the money into cryptocurrency and keep it trading, and just upgrade your own accounts and just keep more and more and more money trading. And then in 2019, you have enough money to live the rest of your life if you're smart with it. So all right. I love the software. Okay, I know you talked about the software. Is the software included in Elite, or is it over and above? No, it's over and above. It's not my software. Okay, this is not my software. It's CWE licensed the software and programming the software and whatnot. So I don't have any control over that aspect. So if you've seen one of the videos where I said, you buy a hybrid signals package for $500, I'll give you the software for free. It's not the owning it. It's just the fact I'm using the 500 you pay for the signals and buying you the software for 500 package. And that's how you're getting it for free. And I am offering that. I will have that funnel completed here probably in the next 2 days max. And I was just mainly waiting for this event so I could talk to the owners or the owner and talk to Randy, the compliance dude. So I'll be making a funnel that will be able to get in. Guys, there's also a customer side to this business coming, to where you will have a link to where you can just basically spam it all over the world and get people to come in as a customer. Not so much as a business as well, but just as the customer side. Then if they want in the business, they gotta come across and sign up that way and whatnot. But what was I getting at? The funnel. Shoot, I don't even know. But anyways, the funnel I'll have available, and then you guys can start marketing. You got to stick with compliance, and so you can't say guarantees. You can't show, you can't show all your profits in the back end. You can show them how the software works, and if you ever show a spot where it shows your back end or where it shows profits and whatever, do not talk about the green ones, but talk about the red. Don't get me wrong; they'll see the greens. You go have one red in the middle of 11 greens. Only talk about the red one; they'll see the greens. I mean, so there's certain ways around it. So, anyways, guys, there's a big business on it. I will probably possibly might put this software in RU, only for the fact there's just people in there that have people, but. So I may just put it in number one spot and take out the other one that just doesn't seem to be really be launching with any kind of momentum, to where this is, guys, this has got to be almost honestly the easiest sell in cryptocurrency, because you're not asking people to go sit their money in some other company and literally hope that that company's in business for 150 days so that you can break even. So it's just a stupid easy sell. I mean, it's a no brainer, really. Um, Thoughts as to closing out a loss in the bot. Um, Most of my bots stalled and down for the last 5 days, missing out on this current trend. Well, okay, so what you want to do here, let me just pull up what I've written here. Because clearly I didn't post it. Where did I send it? Oh, to my emails. Sec, let me open up my email here. So, guys, what you want to do is when your bots are showing a bunch of green, they're green and they're going, you leave them on. If you start getting into a bunch of reds, you know, the market's in a downturn, a bunch of them going red, just pause the bot until until some of them start to sell out, and then just start it up again. And that will basically just guys, I get so many phishing emails. It's unbelievable. Like, and they're really good from banks and stuff. Imagine how many people are really falling for it and get scammed. Anywho, and then just start it back up, and it would just kind of keep going that way. So that's how you kind of want to, you know, watch on your bots. So because you may have a bot that gets just that just gets paused out. But as for stop loss, um, I don't know, guys. I'm not in the same category. Like, to me, we're in such the beginning stage. I'm just like, I'm just not selling. I mean, I'm not selling anything at a loss. I haven't yet. I even that dummy coin, I think I told you guys about, or I mentioned it on some kind of video. Not a dummy coin, but I mean a coin that I went in knowing it was not the right time to go in. And anyways, it went down like 40%. Okay, so then all I did is I just waited till it started going away from 40, like back to 39, 38. And now all I'm doing is doing a bunch of hybrids on it and winning all day long. So speaking of winning, so guys, yesterday we had the same leaders. It was like 30, like 32. They said 32 in this meeting, and so Tomas, the CEO, ran a trading competition for like 45 minutes, right, or whatever. And we go in and we do hybrid trades, and whoever closes out makes the most profit wins. Well, I ended up winning the damn thing. And son of a bitch, the guy sent me 0.5 Bitcoin for first place. I'm like, it's not a bad $4,500, win in 45 minutes. I look at it as 50 grand. So I won't spend the 0.5 until Bitcoin's 100 grand. But yeah, it was kind of funny. He gave first place 0.5 and second place 0.25. So yeah, it was kind of funny, but it was a nice little 45 minutes. But anyway, so I don't sell at a loss. I mean, guys, like, you got to understand right now we've been fighting the whole correction. For now, I don't know. I'm not selling. I'm not saying don't. And I'm not saying when we're in a bullish run, well, even in a bullish run, I mean, the stuff's always just going to come up. Where I think that you've went wrong is if you're maxing yourself out to where now you can't go take crazy deals. I don't know that I would let my Autobots get me any close to that. Like, if I max out, I'm maxing out on my hybrid, because I've picked those and I want the bigger gains. Like, actually, I would have probably won that competition yesterday even more, but I ended up maxing out my trading account in the one account. So I was just trading with my third account. And then on the last two buys, it said enough money. So I maxed out the limit of 10 grand. But anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at on that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm not testing it, but I don't know. I just let them sit. And main reason I like the gauge of it. Like, I like knowing what coin was that? I think it was Golos. I mean, I was using it as a gauge. Instead of me having to look at the damn chart, I was just watching that damn coin go down. Watching it go down 3%, 5%, 10%, 50%, 20%, 25%, 30, 35. It got down to like 40 point something. And then it started to change over. So then I just started buying. I mean, so I actually liked it as a gauge. Now, I don't go put a ton in. I didn't put a ton in that one, obviously, because I knew I wasn't buying it at the right time. And if you just diversify it in enough freaking coins, you're not going to really have going to have that issue, but I just like it as a gauge. So I do have some tests going, and I'll see it. If they end up panning out, then obviously I'll share it. But guys, it'd be a different story if it was 2019 right now and you're asking me where we should set the stop loss. I'd be telling you a different story because we've already seen Bitcoin at 100 grand and whatnot. But right now, we're like at a freaking infant stage of the damn cryptocurrency, and there's no such thing as a loss, unless you sell at a loss or the coin just disappears. Uh, we are going to be the new financial advisors in the world. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, um, guys, I hope there's no financial advisors on here, but I'm telling you what, I used to know the stats back in the day. So I was doing seminars all over the world, and I'm telling you that, like it was over, like, I swear it was like 65% of financial advisors are paycheck to paycheck. And they don't do the damn stuff they advise you about. So, I mean, and yet what's really sad is then you get people with money, they go and hire these financial advisors. It's the same thing about a real estate agent. Majority of real estate agents don't know a damn thing. They just passed the test, but they don't have experience. They haven't even bought their own home. They haven't been an investor. They don't know what to look for. They literally know, okay, I'm going to put this house at this price. Why? Because houses around it sold for that price. But the problem, and they're doing their job, but the problem is people come in and they look at an agent as a freaking expert. And yet buying your house is um, the biggest financial deal that you will ever do in your life. Most people, the biggest financial transaction. And yet, hey, here we are. I need to get off of that one sec. I'm on a webinar, Martin, and you even know it, but I don't have do not disturb. What was I saying at? And yet they're taking all of this advice from an agent. It could be even a 21-year-old that all they did was study a test and pass it. So it's a crazy world. But yeah, so financial advisors and me, we don't even freaking see on the same level. Like 80% of them. um, you know me wrong. I'm not saying it's not good ones out there, guys, but it's just few and far between. Would buy $2,000 worth also qualify for the signals deal you have? Oh yeah, you mean on that software? Oh yeah, of course. Like anybody that gets the software under me gets the signals. Um, so yeah, so if that's what you're wondering. So guys, I'm gonna share with you. I was gonna do a training. I don't know. I'm not gonna let this method out, but I'm gonna tell you, guys. Nobody is able to record these videos, FYI, on Elite and or share them or anything out there. I'm going to have people signing stuff eventually, like coming up soon, to where it's like freaking $25,000 fine or something stupid. Because like I literally don't want this shit to get out. I want to be able to just come out and tell you guys everything. So, um, so, so Thomas tells me one of his strategies, and guys, this strategy is like freaking gambling. It's literally gambling. Like he doesn't know how to read charts like I do, and but it works. And I went through his accounts, and I mean, it shows me that it works. It was even working in a downturn of the market, somewhat. He does have some in reds, but of course they come back because we're of the stage that we're in. But I'm just gonna go through a couple of just two more questions, just or comments, and that way I'm caught up, and then I'll explain it, guys. But it's freaking insane, really. But I'm gonna test it more. I tested it yesterday. Actually, why don't I pull up that software that I was doing it yesterday in? Yeah, right. This is it. Okay. So, and then I was trying to game it a little bit. So I have more reds than I should, but I'm going to show you guys it. But I need everybody on here. And if one of you guys is recording and not watching this webinar, then nobody's going to get to see it. But I need everybody to say, I agree. You're not sharing this information. You're not screenshotting shit. You're not recording anything. Absolutely nothing. But if everybody doesn't say agree, I'm not going to bring the software over. So I'm going to get out my attendee list because I have a funny feeling, dang it, one of you is just set to record. Shit. No, you're not all here. Let's see. One. Got you. Okay, got you. Got you. got you, got you, got you. Ah, and the one person I expected to be recording. Hey, Alphys, I know you're recording. I'm gotta delete you out of the group right now for the obvious reasons that you just heard about because you're not live on here. So I'll give you like 30 seconds to say, yes, I'm here and I agree. Um, but I'm almost 100% sure you're not. You can't, I don't think you can watch these webinars, so you record them. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, freak. You just said it. I literally was just a second away from booting you for no personal reason other than uh, you weren't here. So make sure you say I agree, Alphys. All right. So now I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to show you what he freaking does. Okay. Thanks, Alphys. Appreciate it. All right. So everybody's on here. That's good. All right, one second here. Okay, so the comment, let's see, the last two comments. Okay, cool. I respect that. All right, Robert Kiyosaki. The reason they call brokers is because most of them are broker than you. Yeah, I mean, it's the honest truth, guys. Like, I'm telling you, like, so many people when I was big into real estate, flipping all these deals and doing all that stuff. Why don't do you have your license? I said no. I said why? I don't want all those restrictions. I do stuff they can't do because they don't know how to do it, first of all. And then the other thing is because they get their license, they can't, it's not, they got more guidelines and stuff. And I wasn't doing illegal stuff. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like you got, way more forms. Like I literally could go, I'd sell a piece of property with a freaking handwritten contract, one page. I'm not, writing no 29-page damn contract. It's a simple deal, so it's just, yeah, it's really funny. People are funny. This world is a sign of misconception. Guys, I know for a fact there's guys in this industry. Like, I mean, I know, like they think I make way more money than they do in crypto. Way more money than them. And I know those guys have way more money than I do. And I'm just like, it's so weird the perception that is out there if you just get out, guys, and just kick butt and just do stuff. But the fact is, it's because I deliver more content. I'm I'm more like I have a presence in this industry and stuff where these guys, they just happen to get in really, really early, for instance, got Bitcoin at $300, threw $5,000 at it. And then they've got into maybe a couple IC and they've just done it into where they've got like, 1,000, maybe 1,500 Bitcoin or something like this. And yet they're talking to me like I've got way more Bitcoin than them and way more cryptocurrency than they got. And I'm like, guys, you don't have to really say anything. You just get out there and work. And obviously I don't tell them, like, I mean, because obviously they're coming to me for advice and what to do because they've got into it and they've just got, I can't bring that over. So I'm in a private window. So let me just drag it over. They got in early and then got in some huge, huge wins. So I'm not saying they're knowledgeable in far as trading. So there is a lot I can offer them, but it's just funny that they just assume that, that I have way more money than they do. And guys, what's so funny about that is there's so many of you, not really you guys, because I know most of you here, they're not really into the marketing aspect, but on the internet, guys, you have no idea the leaders that some people follow, and you have no idea how little they have in the game. And yet you guys assume they're making so much more money than you. I met another one the other day. He was in usi-tech, and guys, they had a team of, I think, 90,000 people in usi-tech. And the guy owns no tokens and bought very few packs and just withdrew right away and just literally made a bunch of commission. But yet everybody under him, I guarantee you, thinks he's got a few thousand packs and bought maybe 1 million tokens. And nope. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, guys, it's so freaking deceiving out there. All right, so here's the software. Now, as you can see, so what I did to win the competition is when I would actually go look at the chart and then I would see, but as you can see, like here, I put in a BCD one, but I just put in 4 of them. I mean, most people are just putting in one. What the hell do you want put in one? If you're believing, if that coin's going to go, I wanted to put in deals because the only contest is how many you could have in green and then And then when I beat them all into green, then they tried to change it to percentage. So we had to add up the percentage, and then I killed them. So, but where am I going at? So guys, Elf, for instance, Elf is one of those ones where I was way in the hole. So what I did is I took the total amount of Elf that I had in that was in the hole, and I just placed another order. This was at 6% before the webinar, or like an hour ago, and then it went down to 4 something that I was just telling you guys on the webinar. That's the one where we're watching right there. You see how now it's green. So it's going back up. So when I set this one, guys, I was down in Elf, I think 20%. Am I in it on this account? I think it's a different account. But I was down like 20% or something. And but Elf, I just know has it's where it's going. I mean, and it had momentum or whatever. I just went in and placed the same amount here, and I put a stop, like it will not sell until this hits 20%, just for that one. So guys, my point is by the time my other one gets to 0, I've made a whole extra trade getting 20% value in it. You know what I mean? So I don't just sit and wait till the reds come up. I'll even freaking double down. And that way I'm making profit as my other trade is coming up. But Elf is just one that we'll see 3, 4, or 5 times its current value. So, I mean, it's just got power in it. But what was I showing you in here, guys? I don't even know what I was showing you. Oh, so anyways, where I got caught in the butt is like, so for instance, I tried his strategy. And so, well, I tried his strategy, but I did it in more of a quick way. So I didn't exactly do the strategy that I'm going to show you. I cheated it out just in hopes, because to me, it was like, look, I'm here to win the competition. I'm not here to worry about trades going in the red, because I'm like, look, they'll just come available anyways. So to me, it was winning the damn trade. So I took, obviously I played strategically and smart, and that's why I won. But if you see, like when I did BNB, I went and did 3 BNB. This one here actually might have been early. No, what the hell? Yeah, I must have clicked on it and not known, because I didn't sell that, but I did see it was that way. So when I was whipping through doing stuff, I might have accidentally clicked it. But anywho, so as you can see, guys, I did a bunch of BNBs, but I got my percentages up. But then when I seen Link, I kind of cheated on his method. I'm like, oh, Link, okay, I'll just go do it. And I went and placed 4 links, and then it didn't go down. It didn't go up. They went down. So I got 4 at 9%, but big deal. These are all small amounts. What other one did I do that bit me on the butt? Oh, BCPT, but I only did 2. But I mean, they'll all end up going up in value, obviously. But all right. So, anyways, guys, here's what they do. I'm gonna do it on one screen here. Let me grab. So go to whatever exchange you want to use. Okay, so we'll just go to Binance here right now. All right, and go to here, Exchange Basic. All right, now, guys, I'm not telling you this is guaranteed. Nothing. I'm not advising you financially or anything, but I am going to test this, and if this continues to work, like he says it does, guys, I'm going to get a software developed for this reason, to where it'll just spit you guys shit out. And I'm actually going to try to get the software to where then it will go in and place the trade for you. All right, so here's what he does is he'll come in here. Now, well, he was doing it on Bitrex. So like, for instance, what I did is I just went to change here, and I changed it to greens. I wanted to see the ones in green. But anyways, long story short, what he does is he'll take a screenshot with his phone. Okay, so he'll take a picture of it with his phone. All right, and then within 2 minutes, now if it happens after 2 minutes, it doesn't matter, but within 2 minutes, if any one of these go up 0.5%, he immediately goes over and places a hybrid buy. That's it. So like, so basically here, let me just open up one here real quick. Oh, let me shut that down again. All right, so. And FYI, he's not giving financial advice. Nothing. He's not saying any, no guarantees about this method. Obviously, you guys know all that stuff. But this is what he does. And let me just open this up so we can see it. Okay, so you basically look like this. Uh, okay, yeah, I'm on my trading one. Okay, good. So, and now within 2 minutes, I didn't really time it, but I should have did this actually from the start. So we're saying a 150 we are. And anyways, so then when you see it move like that, you look. Okay, so look right here. LEND. LEND just went up a freaking percent. Okay, so you come over to here. Do I even have any money in this account? We'll find out. Hopefully I do in Binance. Let's go Binance. There. What was it? LEND. Land. We'll go all the way down. I want to buy. It's going up, so I'm at least going to put that at least to a niner. You can keep it at 3. Put in what you want. I'm only putting in a little bit, only because I don't even know how much I got in this account. And I'm going to hit add. And hopefully now I'm going to go check if I even had money in there. So this is just the account I got ready for the thing. Oh yeah, okay, good. We do. And can I trade that much? Yeah, okay, good. So I've got a little bit left to trade. So now let's just go back into here and let's see how this pans out. Let's see if it buys while we're on this webinar, and then we'll just see. But literally, guys, that's it. So here, let's go back and see real quick if any of them changed. I mean, it's kind of gambling. You got to admit it. But there is a little bit of a theory to it. But, oh, what the hell just happened there? Okay, there it is. All right, any of them move up a percent? Oh, there's another one. OMG. OMG. Shit, OMG went up. What? Am I? Yeah, right. So let's just do one more real quick, and then we'll just get back to the webinar. Binance. Bam. OMG. Go down. I want to make sure I get in. Put a 2 there. And we'll just add one. Hit refresh. Let's hope we buy land. Let's hope we get a buy in there. Because you may miss it, obviously, if it's going up at a good pace. So you could really set in a higher price. I just kind of winged it live, but we'll see. Hopefully these two get bought, and then we'll just see what happens. But so that's the strategy, boys and girls. Like, I mean, it's literally, it's just that way. So, I mean, my point is like, if it works, it's a little bit of wild. But I mean, look at this. There, it's just jumping. So we may not get the buy. Oh, wait, that's BNB, right? Yeah, that's BNB. Which ones did we go into? We went into a lend. Let's go to the 5 minute. Actually, let's go to the 1 minute. You can see exactly what's going on. So, I mean, and if you guys wanted to, you can kind of look at the charts and see. But, I mean, look at that. It went up, but yet it's actually starting to go down. But it did. Yeah, I mean, that's shit. It actually, it literally could work. It's up 15% today from when it started. So let's go back actually into, let's go into 2 hour just so we can kind of see the movement of today. So there you go. There, that shows you what it's done today. So, I mean, the other key, guys, to where this method will work a lot better, and in my opinion, but I haven't tested it yet, is get up at 4 o'clock my time, 4 a.m. Because then you're going to get these things to when they start. I mean, and let's just look. For instance, we got, what are we on here? We're on the 2 hour time frame. So let's assume that's 1. We're in the middle of it. So 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 hours ago. 13 hours from now puts me at like 2 a.m. So I would have missed this one and I would have missed this one, and boom, I'd have got in here. And I mean, look, I could have had a damn good run with Lend all the way today. And that is the key. If you notice on a lot of coins that do these markets, let's just see if we can confirm that. Let's go with Litecoin. We're still on the 2 hour. Again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So, but then -1. So, yes, we'll say right into here. As you can see, I mean, you know, it leveled out last night, and then boom, came back up. So timing wise, that one worked the same. Let's just check one more with OMG. So 1, so we got 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So what am I at? 11. That puts me at 4-ish o'clock. 10 would put me at 4 o'clock. So like right into here. So here was 4 a.m. my time. and it's went up about 10% since then. Let's see, 15.92, maybe 8% since then. And then, of course, maybe like 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon is when it started this run. Came up, did a little bit of a retracement. That looks to be only about maybe a 35% retracement. And now it's up. And guys, I know I've told you a million damn times, but Litecoin's a moneymaker. Oh, this is OMG. I was on Litecoin, but Litecoin's a moneymaker, guys. I bet you Litecoin, in my opinion, gets to $1,000 quicker than you expect. There's just a lot of stuff circling. And as of February 28th, LitePay comes on board or goes live, and just crap starts happening. So anyways, that was OMG. Litecoin, we already did, same thing. So anyways, guys, there you have it. And now I'm done talking about this, but I just want to check for one more time. Let's just compare what's happened here. It's been longer than 2 minutes, so you don't do it again. You re-screenshot it 2 minutes. Like if you pass 2 minutes is what he does. So anyways, you can see Litecoin is a little bit lower. Lend is only a half higher than it was, meaning Lend went down from when we got in it. If we ended up getting in, DNT is the same. OMG is up 1%. ELF, we didn't get in, but ELF is up 1.5%. See, so ELF would have been a good buy. So since I'm in ELF, obviously if we refresh this, ELF should be higher. ELF is what, 6.9? Oh, it might have already adjusted. Yeah, see now it's 8.23. And we didn't get into these ones, but we probably will, but they got to come down to catch us now, which kind of defeats the purpose. But the whole point, guys, is to get these moves like early at 4 a.m. when they're down into like 1, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6% moves. You know, like if you would have caught LTC when it was at, because guys, this is 24-hour change. So, and the 24 hour starts at 4 o'clock my time. So whatever UT is for wherever you guys are, that's when this stuff starts. And so if you can get these to where they're at 3 or 4%, and then they jump up over 0.5% within a 2-minute mark, he just buys. And guys, I looked in the accounts. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's reds in there, but there's a lot more greens. So anyways, there's just one little game crapshoot trading method of what he has. So it's just kind of funny. Nice. You may not have as much in Bitcoin, but you make it up in knowledge and experience. Thanks, bud. I was going to remind you after Saturday, maybe now, you were going to talk about trading over your limit. Oh, yes. However, I think I found that to be false. Let's try it in this account real quick because I know this account's only got the $10,000 limit. I'm pretty sure we're really close to it. This is just like my third account that's on my right leg. Let's refresh this hog. Actually, you know what? No, I have already proved it wrong. Yeah. So I was on one of them and I had placed a bid and I swear it put me over my limit, this limit. See, so like right now, available trade limit, this is your 10,000. So I've got, this much I'm allowed to spend right here out of the 10,000. Okay, so I won't be able to put one in more than 0.13 or 0.126, but I did in once and it went through. And so that's when I thought I'd come onto something to where, hey, we might be able to bypass our limit through the hybrid side. However, what had happened was, no, it's just the second I bought, I happened to have one close out. So unfortunately, there's nothing really to show you. But I just had a coin close out, which then would have bumped me up to enough to make that coin go through. Does that make sense? So I was hoping to have found a loophole that we could have kept really, really quiet. But no, it's tagged in there. So, but for those of you that want to upgrade, you can go from 10 grand to 25 grand for 2 grand. Like you're basically buying another one. So the benefit of that over, say, buying another spot is you get an extra 5 grand trading limit. However, you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm just at a different notion. If you're going to build the business, then I wouldn't upgrade the account. I would get a new account and put it underneath you as a pro. Only if you're going to work the business. But again, you got to have a different name to put that company in, to put that software in. Because if not, when they bring out the KYC, they're just finalizing, selecting which company they're going to go with for the KYC. And then, once we have that, if you have the same name, you're gonna be screwed. Have to do away with one account or get your mother or your kid in it if they're over 18. Excuse me, I go that route. So now, what method would I show you guys, and then we'll wrap up, check any comments, and then wrap up. What would I show you guys as far as a method on how to, if you want to actually look at the charts yourself and kind of see where you're at, okay? So first of all, what you want to do is you want to use the fib. 1 second. Am I going to be able to show you on this one? Yeah, I can really show you here. Guys, here's where ELF is expected to come to. Let me show you. Once it gets rocking, right up here. I think I put this in a signal. That's why I have these rectangles here. Come on. So I expect this now to kind of rally up here. Basically, what we got is we got caught. We were trying to buy down into here, and then we got caught in, Bitcoin ended up dropping a little bit more. Excuse me, which affected this, and then brought it down into here. So now we're about to break out. So of course, guys, down here, it's where we hit resistance, and if Bitcoin stays doing what it's doing, and then we start to work ourselves up to 10.8, you can just start seeing this go up. I mean, guys, you can already see that it's already been like 25-30% higher than it is right now. But we're looking at coming way up to here, first tier, and then second tier way up to here. So there's a lot of money to be made in ELF. But how I would look at it on a coin, let me see if I can kind of, well, here, let me just go really low scale here. But just to show you, you do it a little bit bigger picture, but I'm going to show you something real quick. And I can do it right here, actually. So when you get a little bit of a rise, now I would go a little bit more longer time frame if you want to get the big wins. But if you just want to get like small wins, like when I mean like 3, 4, 5%ers, you can take these little ones like this. We're in a higher time frame, an hour. Let me go down a little bit. Let's go into the 15-minute just to give you a better look at it. Okay, so you can see this is when we broke out of just going flat. Okay. So all you do is you come over to here and you get your Fibonacci here, fib retracement right here. And you start where the bottom of where it started to run up. All right. And then place it right there. Should have zoomed in, so I'll edit this. And then you put it right to the top of the first, to where it stopped and came back down. All right. So let me zoom in here real quick and make this bigger so you see. Okay. So I started it right here and it went up to here. So let me just, yeah, that's about right. All right. And so what I would do is, so this one here, you would miss normally. If you want, you can do it in 3 stages. You can do your 38%, your 50%, and your 61.8%. If you want to be more safe, then you only go in when it drops down to 50, and then you'll double down when it goes down to 61. Okay. But what you do is, because guys, as you know, it's always, it does its initial burst. It's always going to come down and do some retracement. What I do is I do it at 38%, because you're going to have a lot more than not that come down. They test into the 38%, a little bit below, and then they come up to exactly how this one did. So I'm buying right here at this mark. Well, look, I would have made, I don't know what percent that is. It would have been 13 freaking, like, who knows what percent that would have been. Probably like, I don't know, 15 or so percent. All right. And then, and now it comes back down and it tests that. Okay. So this is what's telling you guys that it's testing this level. All right. It went up, it came back down, held 38% retracement, went back up, Still hit the same high, hit resistance there, came back down, still stopped at 38%. Actually, even a little bit better off, a little higher low. And of course, now it's breaking through. So again, you would have closed out this trade, and now you bought back in, and now you're sitting at, who knows, freaking 138. I don't know what percent that gain that would be, but you would have just got another win. All right. And so, and that's just how you do it. And so now, if we're breaking out, which theoretically this is called a mini breakout from this one, if you want to trade in these small time frames, then you just do the same damn thing again. So here, click this, get out of here, go back in, and start now from here. And you start back to where the green. So you start at your low, and now you go up to here. Okay, so now let's just zoom in there a little bit so we can see what the hell we're doing. So now, right down here, we hadn't quite hit 30, but so I would come into here and I'd place a buy right here. So, and you can even, guys, go preset your freaking thing. So what do we got? 14,291. So go in, set a hybrid at 14,291. Just like so. Let's go a new hybrid. What coin are we even looking at? Is that ELF? Yeah, ELF. So we just go in here, select Binance. ELF. We wanted 14,291. So I'm just going to go 300. Just see if it's close. I'd rather hit it. I'm just a believer in ELF, like where it's going, so I'm not worried about it. And then if you want to chase a higher percentage, say 7%, just go put a 7% in there. And then, oh, you might want to put in how much you want to do. And just hit add to hybrid. Now let's see if we ended up buying those coins. Yeah, OMG was one of them, right? OMG and Len, these two we just did earlier. So now we just did an ELF. So here's our three right now. Well, obviously we'll be ending this webinar, but we'll see where these ones head. These were on that little on Tomaz's way of how he trades, these last two. So we will see. Supposedly Bitcoin Diamond's supposed, who knows? I don't want to say it, but I mean, I got a bunch of trades here, but this one over the next little while here's rumored it is going to go pretty good. So we'll see. All right. Anyways, so that's how you guys can trade onto those. So like I'm expecting that to come to 38. See, now look, it actually just jumped down. So we might get that buy there. Where most people just come in and they just go up here and buy. Well, just learn to use that there. Boom. Look at it. We just went down. We went all the way down, just tagged 50%. And what I was just going to explain is, guys, if you go lower, then just go in and buy lower. Like if it gets down to the 61%, then buy it again. Okay. So anyways, that one tagged, it's 50% and might come down a little bit lower. I don't know. I'm just going to refresh over here, see if we got a buy in there. It's not showing the buy yet, but we'll see. What was I getting at though? And guys, and if you're really worried about making your own signals while you're starting out, then just go on coins that, hey, you know, you're like, well, I just know this coin's sticking around. Like, don't go on to some coin like here. Let's go, let's just do, get the worst volume. Whoops, we got to go over view all. Obviously, don't go doing this damn, wait, come on. It's not finished loading, one sec. Guys, I can't wait to see Orme all over this site. Orme's doing a big marketing thing on this site, and you watch our coin jump. And guys, once we get put on that exchange, you watch Orme go crazy. So if you want to, guys, FYI, don't buy any signal courses online without talking to me first. I own almost every one, and so many are shit. And you're going to spend $3,000 on them. So FYI, so make sure. Come on. All right. So for instance, don't go do no IDXM, you know, coin with this method, you know, but if you're nervous about getting into it, then all you need to do. Okay, are these guys just trying to scam? Futures. I have to read up on that. Anyways, yeah, make sure that it's, like a top 50 coin, so that you know for sure, hey, worst case, you guys are a little rusty at the beginning, you make some bad calls. It doesn't matter. You're going to come up eventually. Like, you're in a coin that you just know is going to be higher. You know what I mean? So, anyways, let me just see, and we'll end this webinar. Let's see what, I just had one of you guys text me. Profit 6.8, threes, a bunch of threes, a bunch of twos. Let's see, where are you at? Yeah, dude. I mean, I've got to admit, it's fun. There's no way around it. Um, cool. Well, just the fact, David, that you asked me today how to pay your profit fee. Well, then, yeah. I mean, you're good. At least I know, because guys, you don't pay any profit fee if you don't make any profit. So that's cool. Oh, you overtraded. That's what you sent me that picture for? I was trying to look. Oh, actually, you know what? And I had an account that went minus. So, guys, there's a way to go minus. I haven't strategically figured out if you can make a way to do it on purpose. But yeah, I mean, David's traded $900 more than he was allowed. I think it just gets caught up when it's a buy. Um, I don't know really how that happens, but I've had, a couple of my accounts say that minus on the bot side of it. So there is a way to go over. I don't know. But guys, if we find it, we'll definitely keep it hush and tell each other about it. But um, all right, so let's see. Last couple here. Is Elf still a good buy? Let me go back to it real quick. I mean, yeah, I'm buying Elf. Well, I mean, I just did right in front of you. Has I bought it? Let me see. We still haven't bought Elf, but that's probably because it's waiting for it to come back up. Because I think we set it right here. But yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, Elf. And of course, this is dependent on Bitcoin. And what I mean by that is, like, it will take longer if Bitcoin, holds and kind of retraces a little bit. But let me just zoom out of here so I can. Ba-da-ba. Do not have it on this time frame. Let's go up to an hour. Anyways, I don't know where it is. Let me just delete this stuff. But yeah, I mean, Elf's a good buy right now. And I would you could have set it down to the 61% retracement if you wanted to. Another thing you guys can do is you can hook up the stock RSI and then look where it is on the longer time frames. Okay, that's one last more signal I'll give you on this webinar, and then we'll. So on the smaller time frames, don't worry about the stock RSI. It really makes no difference. But like, for instance, let's go over to the 6 hour and look at the stock RSI. Now, it's the blue line you're worried about, okay, and it's headed up. So that's a good sign. Go to the 12 hour. Okay, it's headed up. That's another good sign. Let's go longer term. Let's do a day. And it looks like it just crossed over. What I mean by crossed over, guys, so when it's down here in the black at the bottom, that means the coin's in the oversold area. Okay, and guys, it can be in the oversold area for a long time or whatever, but that tells you that you're in a down market or whatever to wait. But when this crosses over, when you're in your larger time frames, it's a good sign of momentum. So it's now crossed over. We showed you it's already going up in the 12 and the 6 hour, and it's already crossed into the 1 day, and I'm expecting the third day to not have crossed but yet. Let's see where that gives us here. Let's just go. There's not enough data actually on this coin with Binance with TradeView. As you can see, there's your start of it back in December 21. So there's not enough data here, but if not, I would have expected it to kind of be down and just starting to turn, but not crossed over on the 3-day. Okay, but this is also a good sign when you look at it on the 3-day on your candle. You kind of, now it hasn't closed out, but watching this close out, we're right now painting a hammer here. So if this can close out to right here, you have a nice little hammer, basically meaning that it came down and now it's for the last however long, but over the last 3-day period, it's kicking up into here. Let's go to the 1-day actually, because then we can at least tell you what the time frame is. All right, so see, as you can see, it's been going down, 4 days ago, 3 days ago, the second day ago, and then yesterday it went down, it went up, came back down, and rested right here to where it then started the new day here, went down, and now it's pushed up, and then came back down, and we're sitting right here. So if this thing finishes green into the next green, which, there's a good chance it will when we're looking at the stock RSI. As you can see here, we've crossed over and now we're working our way up. There's a lot of signals here that are telling you, that this coin's hit its bottom and is now starting to work its way up. The further you go out in your time frame, assuming the rest of the chart shows you that it's looking good, what I mean is, you guys can see here on the 1 hour, okay, we've been going up for quite a few hours. We came back down, tested, we went back up, we're coming back down to do another test. Another thing that you guys can do is you can hook up the, what was I going to show you? You can add the cloud into here, but make sure that you edit the settings if you do that. Okay. I always say the name wrong, but Ichimoku cloud. Anyways, and these are the settings that you want: 20, 60, 120, 30. What you do is you just add an indicator. You just go up, select the indicator of Ichimoku cloud. It shows up here. And when you kind of get close to that line, just right click it, go properties, and then go into here, scales. Whoops. That one didn't trigger. One sec. You got to get onto the cloud here. There we go. And format. There it is. And then you're going to, right here, you want to change it. Because, guys, the settings it's going to have stock is for like fiat currencies where you only trade 5 days a week. So, and you want to change it to 20 to 60 to 120 to 30. You'll always see it on my charts when I'm on here, the correct order. And then if you guys want, you could trade like the 1 hour or even the 15-minute cloud once the coin gets back up on the cloud. So you will miss a little bit of trades. It really should alter my coloring here. But as you can see, we are above the cloud here, obviously because of where we're going. But for instance, let's go back here. All right, so as you can see, we're below the cloud here. Oops. And when you're above the cloud, you can start buying your trades. And then when you get into like the 15-minute, it may come down, touch that cloud, and then boom, that would be a buy entry. And then you kind of go up, and then as you can see, a green will follow. That's why we can't really see it very well, because here, let me just go. As you can see, the green's coming up here. So here, actually, look, we came down. Let's see if that software did a buy for us. Okay, so we got a buy, and it went. Let's go fib here real quick, and then we'll end this webinar. Let's just do it from here. Now, normally I'll do it right off of these runs, the very start of the run, but right here, I'm just going to do it for here for fun. So as you can see, we've now hit the 71 or 78.6, and that's the only problem with when you're just doing a second leg off of the main run, because we haven't really broke out of this run. We were coming back down to test, but we actually broke through, like we're testing the tops here on a really small scale. And so there's a chance it could come all the way back down here to 100% from here, which if you look at it this way, and now you put it to the top there, if it comes back all the way down to the 100% here, it's a 50% retracement. Okay, so that's a great buy. And so that's really the way you should target these. So always start from right here, but like right now, this went and made its big move. All you do is start a new Fibonacci, but then now run it to that same route and back to the same. If you want to start your trades at 38% so that you catch more trades, fine. Just understand it could go to 50 and you wait it out, or you buy back in at 50, buy back in at 61, but I would buy back in on these Fibonacci points. Okay, so for instance, you could have bought in right here at the 38% retracement of the full move, which is really what you guys should go off of. And then, hey, if you want, set another one down here. Go set a buy here at, what would 50% would be 13,863. But yeah, anyways, if you want to buy ELF, I think ELF's a good buy for you right now. All right, guys. And the value of the Bitcoin you have actively in trades. Oh, wait. Okay, so if you're minus a lot, when Bitcoin goes up in value, oh, that would be why. Yeah, that's right. That would be why, David, is because Bitcoin has went up in value and now you're in trades. And so your trade values have went up. And that's what will put you in the minus. And that's what will also stop you guys from trading, because now you're in the minus because Bitcoin went up in value. So again, oh shoot, we've had more people come in here now. Hey guys, FYI, for anybody that came in here late, there's no recording of this video and no, so what we got, Elliot and Jen. If I missed any of you, there's no recording of this video or sharing this video or anything, because I have shown the software in this video. So you cannot show it. And remember, there's no guarantees, software, yada, yada, yada. All right. So anyways, guys, these are just some easy, very easy points. And guys, I wouldn't be scared. That's the biggest problem, is just stop being scared of placing an order. If you have the software, guys, this is the best time for you to freaking learn what you're doing. And just come into here, get into a TradingView account. I do pay the small little upgrade so I get the more indicators. And just work on this Fibonacci right here alone. You just literally do that, and your stock RSI, look at it and go from there. Now, don't ever look at the stock RSI in a small time frame. As you can see, we're in a 15-minute time frame, and look at it. It looks like it's turning down, the blue. Don't even look at that. It's never of use to you. I wouldn't look at it anything lower than a 3-hour. Now, as you can see, we're up here. This is your oversold area. This is your undersold area. And you can ride in those for a while. Don't get me wrong, guys. Look at. So anyways, our 6-hour, we're still looking good. I mean, it's just, and you guys should just start messing around with what happened here. Where am I? Oh, that's why, because I went into the 6-hour. So I lost a bunch of candles. All right. So anyways, I would just do that, guys. Fibonacci, and then the stock RSI, and start playing with it. But what I mean is, don't be scared. Just go in and place small trades if you want, if you're worried about it. But I would get good at learning how this works, learning how to map this out to see, let me just go over here, to see where you're at. And like I said, a lot of the times when we're in a bullish market, guys, you'll get these retracements that only come down to 38%. All right. But your next tier will be your 50%, and then your 61%, and then your 78%. And guys, when you got stuff into 78%, now we're assuming that Bitcoin is holding its value, okay? And we're not in a big Bitcoin correction. So when we're going sideways in Bitcoin or up in Bitcoin, if you ever have an altcoin that, you know, it's like a coin that's coming down into 78, it's usually a really good buy. As you could see on a 15-minute cloud, that would actually almost touch us to the cloud. Assuming we still got like 6-hour and 1 hour, or pardon me, and 1 day momentum on it. But literally, guys, you can start learning how to trade and read the charts that way if you want, and then start making the buys. And with this software, it's not really that bad. I mean, what is 0.0? What's the smallest trade we can even do? 0.005 or something, or is it just 0.01? Which is what, you know, it's not very much money. Like, you're throwing $80 at the trade. You don't have to worry about losing it unless you sell it. Just, worst case, you got to wait it out. But guys, if we are ending up starting to pull out of this and to go bullish, you know, it's going to be a no-brainer. So just don't go getting cocky. If you start doing a lot of good trades this way, you know, don't just start throwing, you know, it out to the wind. Like a couple of you got caught up in TRX. You had so many damn trades going, and they were all working, but then you're starting to play the tops, and then now boom, you're sitting in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, TRX is still will most likely still go, but like I'm in a TRX now at -2%, but my big TRX is minus. Oh, that's all I have in this account. I swear I have one in the other account though that might be -15 or something. But of no worry. All right, guys. So that's it. Excuse me. If you are maxed out into your account though, and we do give a signal to go buy, you still can go buy it on your personal side. And then manage it that way. The only difference is that it's not going to sell. Just make sure, guys, if you're trading in the same exchange with the software as you manually trade, make sure you do not sell the coins that the software bought you. Let the software deal with itself. Yeah, you only go in and sell the ones that you manually sell. All right, or manually bought. All right. So I'm up 5.24 in ELF. So I don't even know when I bought ELF. Whatever 5.24 would be right here. This put it at what, 8 or something. So it's dropped 3% down to 38%. Might come down here to 50% here to test this bottom. If it does, it could be a good buy. All right, guys, that is it. Let me see. Last two webinars are not up in the back office. Yeah, they weren't for a reason, because I showed the software in the back office, and then it was like literally the next day I had heard some more things in compliance, and so I wanted to make sure, because I don't want a freaking account shut down. So anyways, I will post this one in the back office, guys, but it cannot be shared at all. And then before I ever put another software one on a webinar, I'll have everybody in Elite sign a form so that it doesn't get shared and stuff like that. All right. I stayed up extended period trading. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get fun, guys. Like, trust me, when you guys really get the hang of it, it's literally gonna be a no-brainer. And you gotta understand, guys, for those of you that are making profit and loving the software right now, well, look where we've been in the market. Wait until this market starts going parabolic, which it is going to do this year, like there's no tomorrow. This is where this is king. And this is why, guys, if you guys don't have it right now, you need to be getting it, because you need to know how to utilize the software so dang good. Because I'm telling you, and there's no guarantees, guys, so anybody, yada yada yada, but it's like printing freaking money. The software, it just allows you, well, guys, you guys know, I mean, you've seen how fast I can make a trade into here. It's way faster than even trying to go make the damn trade in Binance or in Bitrex, just for the simple fact, the bot, even though you place that trade, it still like kind of messes around and tries to find the best buy for you. It doesn't always buy right at your mark. If it's going down and it thinks it can get you a lower buy, I don't know if any of you know how much I bought that LFAT on screen, but it ended up buying it for me at 14,300. So I don't know what I put in. We'll have to watch the replay. So for those of you that watch the replay, when you do, I wonder what that number is. It might be, actually, I did it at 14.3, right? So it did buy it exactly at my price. I'm pretty sure that's what I put. Yeah, because I wanted it to buy. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure of it. All right, so let's see. That is it for this webinar. Obviously, guys, just get ready. I mean, we got to keep an eye on Bitcoin, but it's doing really good. I guess we'll look at it really quick before we leave. Everything's going as planned as far as okay. Let's get off the 15-minute. Let's just go to the 1 hour for now. So as you can see, we broke through this downtrend, and now we've came back down. We're respecting it, and now we're starting to push off. So who knows? This could go sideways for a little bit, which, guys, I have no problems of it going sideways, because when it's going sideways but we're above and we're looking to push off, you'll look right here and you'll see we're at 452. We were just under 4 not too, like, what, a couple days ago. See what we're at right now, 454. So, and then guys, this is a big indicator for me. Like even when you're looking at Bitcoin going sideways like this, if you have this number going up, you know where the money's going, and it's going into altcoins. So as you can see here, guys, here's the last 24 hour. And I hope you guys bought into Litecoin when I rammed it down your throat for the 10th time in about 3 days ago, because it's went up like 20 to 30% every day since. So I hope you guys are sitting on some nice Litecoin. But guys, you can just look at this. You've got the only reason that this one is even in the red at all is because it had a huge day yesterday. But I mean, look at that. Out of the top 24 coins, there's only 2 in there. Top 25 coins. One thing, in case you guys don't know, if you hit view all, show you here, you get better. You get different stats. You're going to get percentage for an hour. You're going to get percentage for a 24-hour period and a 7-day period. In case you guys didn't know that. So what does that tell you? Is Bitcoin on its way up? Well, it's sure looking nice right now. Come on, get it. What the hell? There we go. So as you can see, a lot of coins are looking pretty. And guys, there's ways to study this to where you can see what's up. So for instance, if you have a red, so like for instance, this nano, for the 7 days, are down 22%. Last, what was that one? 24 hours? 2%. I would keep an eye on that. But when you start seeing green, 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 or green, green, and still a red here, like right here, I'm going to go read the chart on this and see, but this might be a nice little buy for us because it's done a big retracement. It kind of held steady yesterday, and now it's coming up. Let's look at this real quick, and then we'll jam. Let's just go here to markets. Okay, good. It's in Binance, so we'll go here. I had to make sure it was somewhere where I can see it on this chart. PPT, Bitcoin, and Binance. And then click on it. Hey, babe, are you in here? Yeah, good. I don't know if she's in here. Kind of taking her on a, I don't know if I should say it, on a helicopter ride to dinner tonight and then to a movie. So hoping she likes it. No idea if it's going to scare the crap out of her or not, but we'll see how it goes. But anyways, guys, look at what's happened to this coin. Okay? And now look, kind of bottomed out yesterday, flattened out, and now we're starting to move. So now this one here, if you go on a bigger time frame to see where we're at, I don't know what kind of history, I don't know anything about this coin. So we're going to find out real quick. So you're going to go onto a bigger time frame. You want to see where it's been. Obviously, it started high, can't crash back down. But anyways, and then it freaking did a pump. Holy heck. You can't tell me some people didn't make some coin right there. Let me see what that have been. Oh my goodness. That is like, what is that? 10,000? Let me see. 0.0016 all the way up to 0.26. I don't even know what that would be. What would that be real quick? Dude, that's got to be like a few 1,000% gain right there in one day, 1 12-hour period. Oh my goodness. Anyways, you guys can see where the coin's been. So, and you can see where it's retracted. Now, guys, when you have like a quick pulse like this, you don't fib this one, okay? What you would do is you could, if you wanted to play this whole one out, which is a little bit wide to be playing out, but you would drop it right here at the start. You never drop at the start of the coin, unfortunately, but that's what we're going to do right here just to see where we're at. And then just go to the peak right here. And where are we? We have come down right here below the 61%. We're more or less about 70%. And now we've kind of held. And then it's possibly coming up. I don't know enough about this coin. However, we will find out real quick. This one might be one that is a buy. Let me go into a time frame here of about an hour. See, so as you can see, we've come down, messed around. I'm going to buy it anyway. So I'm buying PPT. I don't take a whole lot of, convincing when it's my own money. It's only when I give signals I want stronger stuff. So for instance, if I was to give a signal on this, I'm driving this one down. like so, taking those two tops, and then I'm waiting for it to break through, come back down, tag, and then move, and then boom, that's when I'll give a signal. If that happens and then I come into like the 6 hour, stock RSI and see how it's starting to turn. If it's turned and crossed over right here, then you know that you got some stuff happening. You can trade off of the 4 hour momentum as well, but you can see like we're right there ready to break out. But like for this software, like to go do just a quick hybrid and just set it at a minimum 3%, I'd be pretty confident here that I'd get it. On this coin, you can see at the 4 hour we've crossed over here. See how the blues crossed over? Just open it up. So I mean, I'm gonna do a little hybrid deal on this. But literally, guys, that's how easy you can go find coins. I mean, I just found this damn thing over here. Always confirm it with a chart. Don't trade straight off of CoinMarketCap because they go off of, like, look at this coin is with like, what, 8 different exchanges. So it is like gathering all that information. Well, guys, what do you give a damn about these ones here with no volume? And so you want to at least go back into TradeView and actually just map it out and say, hey, is this jiving for me here? And as you can see, it came up, it broke up out of here and didn't quite make it and has fallen back down to test this area. And now it's starting to break out. So, whether this actually breaks out for a nice run, who knows? But it could also just go manipulate this a little bit here and try to fight through again, come up to here, and then come back down. Okay, so I'm buying this hog, and we'll just see what happens. The other thing that you can do for those of you that are kind of in panic, as far as like just kind of scared-ish because you're new, is I look where the coin's been. I don't look at these pumps, even though the pumps are okay if you have your cells set in and you'll catch the pumps. But I look at where the coin has been to where it is now and to make sure that there's significant gain and it's been there a couple times. And if you look at our line here, whoops. Let's see, now I'm zoomed so far out. Get a color going in there. Okay, so as you can see, we have been above where we are a majority of the life of this coin. And so to me, it's just, I look at something like this with the way the chart's set up. I mean, this is just extremely low risk. What is, okay, the worst case scenario? And the reason is guys, if you look at the market cap of this hog, I mean, you got 983. Damn, for reals? Yeah, I mean, so it definitely passes, having substantial amount of money in this damn thing so that you're able to get in and get out of it. And so to me, this is like a very low risk buy. It's set up that it's going to come back up now. What's the worst case scenario? It comes down and buys down here. If it was to ever do that, buy down here, this is one of those coins because of how much supply is in it, that's when I'm doing like a 3 times my trade down into here and then just making a huge profit. But anyways, this one looks like it's already came back up. It's came back down. It's tested this line. And this one looks good. I'm going to buy it once I get off this webinar. Because I'm pretty sure if I go refresh now, I might be out of it. Okay, guys. So lend. Did we do lend on the webinar? We did 3, right? We did ELF, OMG, and lend, right? Well, look at lend closed just while we're on the webinar. Let's see our time frame. Yep. So there you go, guys. I mean, look at that. We just did a successful trade just like that. Now, had I set my stop limit at, say, 10% or whatever, it wouldn't have sold. Now, if you're wondering, you said it says 3% minimum, right? Well, how come it sold at 2.23? You guys got to understand, when you do a sell, obviously, guys, it can't sell right away, right? Like when you guys go to sell a coin, if there's nobody willing to buy at that price, you can't sell that damn coin. And so what it keeps doing, though, is because we set it at 3, when this thing went over to 3, and started to come back down below 3, it started placing that sell. And it just kept trying to ram that sell in there until somebody bought it. And it ended up being, they bought it when it was at a 2.23 profit. Does that make sense? So that's why it's at a 2.23, even though it was at 3. So even if you set it to 20, you could still have only an 18% thing. And it looks like Bitcoin is moving up a little bit from its sideways action over on my screen, which is cool. All right, so anyways, what was I going to do? Oh, what was that one called? Let's just do that one little order real quick. Do I have any money left in this damn account? 0.15, but what can I trade here? Let's go my bots. Oh, I can only trade, let me refresh that. 0.05. All right, so we're just going to go do a 0.05 on that hog. I'll max this account out. So hybrid orders. Binance. And then we're just going to go PPT. And I'm just going to leave that there. If it buys, it buys. 0.05. And I'll just leave it at 3. Who cares? I should really put that up, actually. Let's go 5 on that one. And we'll just hit add hybrid. And then we'll just see if it picks up a buy later and see how it did. All right, guys. So that's it for this webinar. You're welcome. In signals, you're not giving any buy signals for altcoins anymore. Not true. I gave a buy signal on... what did I give a buy signal for lately? Just waiting for a lot of correction on the markets. But like, for instance, I gave a buy signal for XRP. What's XRP at real quick? Let's just look here. See, so XRPs went up 15% since I gave the buy signal. I said to buy that under $1. It was at 90 something cents at the time. So there's a 15% gain had you bought in on that one. And that was just done on the 13th. So that was yesterday. What else did I send? Oh, and then of course I sent Litecoin on the 11th. Okay, so I mean, let's just look at Litecoin and see where Litecoins went since the 11th. See, let's just do it here real quick because I got it. Come on. Actually, I want USD on that. We'll just look up here anyways for now. So the 11th is right here. I gave the signal right here. Let me just get a marker. That's where I gave the signal, and that's where Litecoin is right now. So you'd have made roughly 60%. So yeah, I mean, the signals are there, but no, I don't spam, 5-10 signals out a day when the charts aren't when we're not 100% sure on a bullish market on BTC, for the simple fact, I mean, guys, look how many reds we got caught in. And I don't want you guys feeling like, having that stress of, I'm in the red. Is Bitcoin, is this the death of cryptocurrency? Like, I literally want you guys to have enough positive trades so you build up your confidence. And so when I give signals in crypto domination, those are ones that you might want to go in a little bit bigger in. Okay. And then if it's too much of your portfolio per se, then just put in a stop. Like, for instance, the signal was given right, actually way over here, 10-11 right here. So right here in this candle is when the signal was given. So, okay, well, when it goes up here, just go set a stop loss here, and then you don't have to worry about ever going in the red. But like right now, if you guys did buy, if this was not a hold position for you, If it's a hold position, I would only set the stop loss at, say, 5% above what you bought it at. Because then if it comes down, well, you're wanting to buy in lower anyways because it's a hold coin. But if you're trading just to increase your Bitcoin, like right now, then what you guys want to do, actually, it's good we're talking about this and then we'll get off of here. I don't even know why I even say we're going to have a freaking quick webinar ever. All right, so like you will just fib this one. Just fib it right to here. And if you're chasing this damn thing for profit, just move your stop limit up to the 61.8 point. I'd go maybe 60%. And that way, if it comes back down, it's not going to trigger you if it's still going to go up. It'll only trigger you if it's going to pop down further. And then that way you can just go get a smaller buy. So, and if you want, you could play the 50% rule, which means, come down here just below the 50%, set your stop buy. The only downfall is going at the 50% a little bit more times than not, you'll get tagged out there. And just at the tip of where it's bouncing to go back up. And you still got a profit, so yay for you. But you could have stayed in the game longer. So you guys got to judge. Do you want a bunch of small wins? Do you want to play the bigger wins? But, I mean, this is a coin, guys. I expect to see $1,000 here and not too far from now. So would I put a stop limit in? No. If it dips lower than I'm in, I'm buying more. Does that make sense? So, I mean, it's just a tough call. Because, yeah, you would lose this 60% profit if it ended up going lower and then you bought more down here. Okay, so it's your call on what you do with it. The fact is, I'm in so damn many coins, I can't babysit them all like that tight. And Litecoin's just a long hold for me. And guys, you got to understand, we're talking huge gains here that you've never had the possibility in your life to get this stuff. For instance, you didn't go make no 800% returns in Google in a week. It's just, it didn't happen back in the day. I mean, you had to freaking wait stuff out years. Well, here, guys, we only have to wait it out like days, weeks, and months, and yet you get huge returns. So trade accordingly. All right. Should we view this in BTC? What are you asking? Should we view what in BTC? And I'll be looking forward to more bot trading. Yeah, well, the bot trading, FYI, is only going to be for people in Elite. And that's after I get you guys to sign a form, because I will be doing certain training, but it has to be very limited because of the software. Guys, do you understand we're at freaking 211 right now in Litecoin? And Litecoin got down to like 111. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, I hope you're really understanding what's happened in the market. And that is why you have got to get yourself trained to buy in the red, not in the green. For instance, I bet you I could get every one of you right now to go buy some Litecoin. Why? And it's in the green. But when should you have bought it is when it was here in the red. It gave you a chance here. You missed it. It came back down. You've had all of these chances to go buy back in at below $100. It tagged below $100. Look at that. Already in... And guys, you can go look at the charts. This happens all day long. And I know it's not easy when you're starting out. But February 5th, we're now on the 14th. In 9 days, guys, you would have had 100% return. Now, I want you to understand something right now. Whether you have a full Bitcoin to trade or not, let's just say you had a full Bitcoin. Litecoin's here to stay. It's in the top, 5 or 6 coins. Had you put your whole Bitcoin in here at 9 days ago, you would have over doubled your Bitcoin in just 9 days. Now, I would never do something like that I'd actually never do that anyways. I would do it in at least minimum of 3 coins if you were going to do a big move like that. And I would keep them in the top 5 coins. But what is the worst case scenario, guys? Like, literally, had you put your full, 30% or 40% or 50% of your portfolio sitting right here, and it still went down. It's only going to go down so far. Litecoin's not going away. There's too many big, massive industries building themselves up currently around Litecoin. So big deal, it dropped. It doesn't matter. Look, you got a nice price in now. But because for those of you that didn't go buy this dip, it's like, now where are you? You're going to buy the way the hell up here, and you would have had a 200 and something% return. So anyways, guys, you really got to get yourself trained to buy in the red. And I don't mean when it starts to dip, I got to buy, and then, it's dipping, I buy. I mean, wait till it does its little bit of a, hey, now we're fighting it. We're holding resistance. And guys, this will usually always happen, not this dramatically, but when it does finally hit its bottom, it will go up a bit and come back down and test that bottom. That is when you buy. So for instance, this is your huge buy area for Litecoin. All right, and I'm just gonna go pick a random coin. What's this one? Oh, this one might, no, this one doesn't have enough history. That was that wild card thingy I did yesterday. There's another strategy out, guys, that I'm testing that I'm going to show you, and that's why I bought this coin. But don't go buying it. As you can see, it just came out. But anyways, let's go. I'm just going to randomly pick one that I don't know of. Here, let's just pick Pivx. I have no idea where Pivx is right now. Let's go into where it dipped down. We're on the 6 hour. What? Really? This actually is held pretty good. How much time frame are we at? Dude, come on, you stupid thing. What date is this? Yeah, so this is way back. So I'm on 6 hour. Let me get off of a different time frame real quick. Let's go to 3 hour. Because I want to show you something. So actually, Pivx, I'd have to look at Pivx a little bit more, but Pivx is looking like it's actually a good buy right now. Just from a quick overview. But you can see before we started doing our retracement, like our all-time high in December for Bitcoin, I believe it was December, right? The 17th. And you can see that's where we are. Well, we've come down, done a retracement. But even while Bitcoin has been retracing, like guys, you watch this chart real quick. Look at this chart. This is from December. Let's go to the 17th because I'm pretty sure that's where Bitcoin was maxed, somewhere in there. Guys, look at this. Pivx is sitting right here at Bitcoin's high. It's not only went up, it's came down and respected roughly about a 38% fib line. Let's just check this out. Oh no, came down below 50 actually. Looked a little bit different. Anyways, came down below 50, went back up, and now you guys gotta understand this here. Wow, I didn't freaking believe this. This thing has slipped me. So this is when Bitcoin is doing this. And now look, it's been holding. I mean, it's been holding and doing its fluctuation. It even had a huge boost, whatever the hell day this is, January 22nd. Anyways, it's come back down, and it looks like it's respecting this again. And when you see something like this happening, this is a big sign. You know, it is respecting this just below the 50% retracement. But you know what? If we do this fib this way, actually to where it really started, I bet you. Let's try right there. So it's about the 50, and let's move it all the way over. So we have two things happening here. We've had resistance here, which it broke out. It came back down to tag, okay, these tops, and it didn't test. It just broke through. And then that's when you wait and you want to know where it's going. So you look at your other lows to see where it's going to, and it's respecting this. And then it bounced off of this. So it came up here. This isn't really where to buy because you weren't sure yet. Remember when you're saying buying the reds, but look it will always come down and almost test there. So this is your buy zone. Well, guess what? We're back there. Now, if you really wanted to wait it out and be smart about it and not be as gutsy, you basically drag your top line and wait till you break out of that line. But the fact is that it is respecting this, which is only what, few percent lower than there. And as you can see, we're starting to get into the cloud on the 3 hour. So, I mean, I'm not kidding you. This actually, we crossed over on the 3 hour, but I don't usually look over on those smaller time frames. So I would move up here to the 6 hour. We're oversold there. What's the 12 hour look like? Okay, so this one here is a tough call. We could come back down to touch right here. So honestly, I would probably put a buy in right here at about 57,000 is where I would put in a buy. And, you know, and go from there. So I'm going to try to remember to keep reading this chart, and then I'll give you guys a signal. but this one's looking good. That we're looking to. Um, I'll look into it a little bit more and I'll follow this out. But we could be getting a buy here pretty soon on Pivex. And Pivex is another one of those ones where it's not a bad long-term play. I mean, Pivex will definitely go 5x of what it is now. That's for sure. All right, guys, enough yapping. If I start reading charts on here, we'll be forever. Okay, so you're very welcome, guys. How are we doing with the Bitcoin for those of you that we did the co-op with? Oh, shoot. I'm assuming that's what you said. Just a second. I got to reopen it. We're actually down about, well, actually, I haven't looked at it now since Bitcoins went up and since we still have 40-ish% of it in Bitcoin. Oh, but wait, we're still down in Bitcoin because when we got in, Bitcoin was like 10.5-ish. So yeah, we're probably still down around 27-ish%. I've still got about 30 coins to locate and purchase. But I mean, it's gonna be golden. I'm not really worried about it. I mean, literally, like in a month and a half, guys, we'll have. Well, maybe 2 months. I'm expecting the 10% will have made enough money to double what we've put in, and then we got all of our wild cards that we're hoping for. So that's about where we're at. Are we looking forward to? Okay, thanks. All right. Okay, that was it. CoinMarketCap. Okay, BTD by the dip. Yeah, I mean BTT, Bitcoin Diamond, guys. I'm telling you, I mean it's going to be doing some big moves. And I've made a bunch of trades. Like I mean, well, just in this one software, 5 just yesterday alone. But like in all 3 of my accounts, I made a bunch of them. So I mean BTD. Let's just look at it real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Oh, I can't look at it here because it's. Wait, why can't I? Oh, yeah, why? Hey, who's got cap locks on? No. Oh, it's just doing that. BTD. Oh, that's surprising, but maybe it's just because it's new onto that. Because usually you can pick up all of Binance coins on here. Oh wait, that's why I'm putting it in wrong, you idiot. So I was obviously telling you guys wrong too. BCD. There we go. So again, if you just want to look at it from like an outside point of view, without really going much into it, so we can end this webinar. As you can see, it came down to here. Now we've come back down and bounced off again. If it comes down to here, I would definitely put a buy in it. 5,600. We're in the oversold area. What are we at? We're at the 1 day line, 1 day time frame. Anyways, there's just a lot in this that I'm expecting this one to go up. So, which it already has, as you guys. Well, it's more or less kind of played up and down from that line. So, anyways, guys, I'll probably send a signal here to this pretty soon here when I read it a little bit better. As you can see, we're flirting with the 1 day cloud right now. I mean, yeah, this is a buy. We're at the bottom of the 1 day cloud. So I'm going to go put in a bunch more in the bot maybe on this one. So anyways, speaking of bot, I will be getting the hybrid bot up and ready this week, and then I'll get it to you guys. And all that hybrid bot, guys, is for you to place in the hybrid. And it's just literally going to have buy prices in it. All right. The quick trades, I'm probably going to be removing from crypto domination. Just because, like I said, I don't man the trades, even though some of them are decent. I don't want them. I don't want that the poor trades type thing, like chasing the signals that they're reading to get those trades. They're not strong signals. Don't get me wrong; they'd be good for the bot. Doing little 3% hybrid trades. Maybe even upping them to say 5% on the hybrid trades, and then letting the trade manage them. But for people to just go manually trade off of them is just insane. And then when you get caught in them, you just kind of got to sit and wait them out because they don't stick to a certain quality of coin. They more or less kind of go out, branch out of the top 50 a lot too. So Anyways, guys, thanks for this webinar. Sorry it freaking went 2 hours when I tried to make it quick. Hopefully you got some value out of it, and we'll see you guys. I'll put this in the back office here, hopefully today. Oh, snap. Yeah, probably tomorrow. I got to go out and finish buying something before my thing. So, um, freaking Valentine's Day. So, anyways, tomorrow, guys, come on the webinar. Tomorrow's webinars will start changing. I'm not prepared for tomorrow's. But after that, guys, I'm not going to be giving all of this value and trading and charts and stuff like that on these free webinars. It's just hurting too many of you. I mean, because people are coming and getting so much freaking information for free. Where I'm telling you guys, like all of these courses that I buy are completely useless. They give about 10% of the value away, and they're charging $3,000. And so we're going to get people that just come in and they're a strain on the damn system, and they're not making purchases. So you guys are not going to make commissions because they can come and get their full training. I had one guy reach out to me and said, literally just said, thank you, and how much money, actually two people, one lady saying how much money they're making on their trading. And they're just trading off of the information from the Thursday freaking webinars. I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose. So if any of you got them into crypto domination, they're literally not buying because they don't have to. So I'm going to be changing things up in there. So anyways, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Yes, Greg, tomorrow will be a short one, just 60 minutes. All right. See you guys. Bye.